Network Entertainment.
Dumaan tayo sa yung bagong bridge na yung Pangil Bridge. Dumaan tayo sa Ascenso Global nila, sa Cota Fort nila. Dumaan tayo sa Tudela Highlands nila. Because Mindanao has a lot to offer. Believe it or not, grabe ang landscape ng Mindanao. And we're very glad that we were able to bring a good amount of riders, about 750 of them, to visit these places.
North Mindanao has some of the most beautiful riding.
Oh my, grabe.
Join us in this Castrol-powered episode, a ride across the breathtaking routes of Northern Mindanao with Loop PH's Big Sugar D.
Welcome to the show, Big Sugar. Welcome once again sa Tunay na Rider.
So
What's up, gentlemen? Thank you so much for inviting me again.
Sure.
We'll dive into the planning, adventures, and behind-the-scenes stories. Ang dami. May nakita kong post ni Sen JV.
Oo nga. Parang peanut butter yata yung pinundahan nyo, bro.
And stories behind the scenes of Loop PH's North Mindanao Loop. So, we've got Big Sugar, who is the man. This guy spends weeks, months planning this, riding all over the Philippines, finding the best routes.
Yun, I was about to go there. Yung mapping nito ni David, interesting malaman eh. Kaya ngayon, tatanong natin sa kanya, David, you don't need any further introduction, pero pakilala mo na rin yung sarili mo anyway. Go ahead.
Right, so to all Tunay na Rider listeners, my name is David Joffrey, also known as Big Sugar D. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Loop PH Ride Tour Explorer and also the Chief Operating Officer of Q815 Custom Prints and Clothing.
Yan. Okay, David, kwento mo naman kami. We were mentioning earlier, no, yung planning, mapping, paano nakukoin tong mga gantong ka-epic na loop? Laki nito eh.
Yeah, thank you, Lord. Malaki siya with even our past loops. And I think the Lord got about for guiding us in completing such events. No, basically, siguro every loop we normally start with the planning. It takes us about 3 months to plan everything out. It takes us about within that 3 months period, it takes us about 2 months to open and close our registration process.
Yeah.
And during that time as well, it takes us about 2 months to ride, tour, and explore the entire route first, or the route first, before we even show it to our participants. Medyo tedious ang trabaho because of course we need to get proper authorizations from different partners natin, no, the LGUs, both municipalities, provinces, and even city offices. Apart from that, coursing the information through PNP for security and safety planning with BFP, provincial disaster, municipal disaster, barangay disaster. Lahat po yan ginagawan po natin ng paraan na makausap para matiwasay po ang pagpasok at paglabas po natin sa isang not only province but sa isang buong region.
And all that pre-work came into play in this loop. No, it's a North Mindanao. All of that you were able that pre-work was important. And
sobra.
How long was the North Min loop this time around?
Northman Loop, just like all our loops, it lasts for 3 days. The event proper is 3 days. It being the first day, yung pag-release po natin ng mga participant kit, pag-welcome natin ng mga participants namin who's coming from all over the Philippines. And then of course yung day 2 natin, wherein we officially jump off, for the lack of a better term, all the riders all the loopers. And then of course yung pag-receive natin sa kanila sa last day or the third day Sunday, wherein we open our venue for the finishers, and then we do a lot of types in the program. Called this si King was able to co-host with me during the last Batangas Loop that we did early this year.
Tsaka sa
And
Albay, David.
it's fun.
Sa Albay, David, mag-partner din tayo doon, di ba?
Oh, Albay, partner na tayo sa Albay.
How many kilometers
this
year? In North Mindanao, how many kilometers yung
Ah,
ride?
it was tricky when we talk about length of the road because North Mindanao is actually quite big.
Yep.
So for day one, we completed about 297 kilometers. But for day two, it was actually 400 kilometers.
Wow.
Grabe. Okay. David, nakasama ako dun sa sa ilang mga loop nyo. If I may remember, Negros, Albay, Catanduanes. Maraming to kasi binabanggit mo up to barangay levels. Ibig sabihin ba nun, sa mapping, lahat ng barangay na dadaanan, kino-coordinate mo, kinakausap mo, o rekta ka sa munisipyo na lang para si munisipyo na mag-trickle down?
So, ang ginagawa kasi natin is that we discuss directly to the provincial government or the city government. Actually, lahat yan, technically, yung buong region kung saan man tayo dadaan. Because with all the events that we've had, we've managed to gather at the very least 600 riders for one event.
Big group.
600 riders. It is a big group. 600 is actually our smallest number of participant. Nangyari sa atin yan during our Siquijor motor camping. Imagine an island that small had to welcome 600 riders in their island. No? So, katulad niyan, proper coordination will always be the key. The reason why is because imagine the influx of motorcycle users on such dates.
Yeah.
It will create not only chaos to the public, but it will also create chaos to the traffic. Grabe yung contribution ng traffic natin, ng traffic management, di ba, sa mga lokal. So that's the reason why napakahalaga ng coordination. Because it will also help up to the barangay levels, welcome these riders or welcome the loopers as they pass by to these barangays. Yun yung isa sa magandang kwentong pwede ko siguro ma-share sa inyo kasi every time na may loop tayo, lumalabas na whether vlogger ka o hindi, nagiging vlogger ka, feeling ng mga participants natin, artista rin sila. Diba? Kasi nagpapapicture sa kanila eh. Ang lahat.
Lalo na a place like Siquijor, no?
Oh yes. Grabe yung impact sa Siquijor. Siguro it would be safe to say that we are probably the biggest tourism event that ever entered Siquijor. Diba? Kasi 600 riders, 620 yata.
Going back to the North Min Loop naman, let's break it down, no? What was the route like? What were the highlights? What were the must-see things that you guys did there?
Right.
Favorite
number
roads?
One, starting off with Cagayan de Oro. We were allowed to use their Rio de Oro Boulevard. It's a brand spanking new boulevard in Cagayan de Oro, wherein it hasn't been open for road for cars or motorcycle users. It was timely that we were part of their 75th founding anniversary for City of Cagayan de Oro, and we were able to create the need for us to secure all our participants in one big venue. Kaya nakuha namin yung boulevard. And then for day two, ang ginawa po natin is we basically rode the entire Bukidnon, starting from Cagayan de Oro, passing Manolo Fortich, Malay-Balay, showcasing its beauty, yung mga mountain ranges. Iba was with me last September, October of last year. Na binisita namin ang bayan ng Bukidnon or ang probinsya ng Bukidnon, kung saan po natin nakita kung gaano kaganda ang kalsada ng Bukidnon, yung mga mountain ranges, Iba, you were with me. I'm pretty sure you share the same sentiment that I do have. Yung mga lokal, the way how they welcomed us
Yep.
during that event, my God, it was so mind blowing. That pushed my heart and my team's heart to really start talking about the possibility of doing a North Mindanao loop. And it's just not about Bukidnon. It's just not about Malaybalay. It's actually about starting off with Region 10.
Yep.
For days 3, pinasok po natin hanggang Misamis. Dumaan tayo sa yung bagong bridge na yung Pangil Bridge. Dumaan tayo sa Ascenso Global nila, sa Cota Fort nila, dumaan tayo sa Tudela Highlands nila, because Mindanao has a lot to offer. Believe it or not, grabe ang landscape ng Mindanao. And we're very glad that we were able to bring a good amount of riders, about 750 of them, to visit these places.
North Mindanao has some of the most beautiful riding.
Oh my, grabe.
Not
grabe
just the
ang kalsada
riding,
nila.
but the food.
Grabe.
Grabe.
Alam mo, David, yun yung pinaka-pinanghihinayangan ko. If not for work, I would have flown there kasi hindi pa ako nakakapag-Mindanao, bro. A few months back, nung in-announce mo to, I was kinda hoping na, yes, makaka-Mindanao na ako, but, you know, work got in the way.
Yeah, I know, same with me.
Isang magandang tanong sa amin palagi is, bakit Mindanao? Bakit North Mindanao?
Why not? Diba? That's a ridiculous question. Why only now?
Hindi. Kasi ano yan eh. We're trying to remove that stigma na pag sinabing Mindanao, hindi siya safe. Walang pupuntahan.
Okay.
Sa event sa North Mindanao Loop, we were able to open up the gates to those 80% of our riders are not from Mindanao. These guys are coming from Visayas and Luzon. So imagine the impact na pagpasok doon. To be honest with you guys, no, nabilib ako sa ibang riders natin since nagawa pa nilang pumunta at dumaan sa iba't ibang lugar ng Mindanao. Ang iba pumunta ng Marawi, ang iba pumunta pa ng iba't ibang lugar sa Mindanao after our event. Some of the participants were able to or stayed in Mindanao for 5 days to about a week, just exploring the entire Mindanao, not just North Mindanao. So yung immersion sa culture ng mga taga Mindanao, nangyari yon dahil sa event.
Yeah.
Yung pag-welcome ng mga Mindanaoan sa atin na outsiders ng Mindanao, grabe yung naging impact. And I'll be more than happy to produce another event, probably next year. Siguro sa side naman ng Zamboanga para maipakita pa natin ang ganda ng
Sibugay, that area is also Dakak.
Yes.
Nako, ganda rin doon.
Okay. David, may kwento naman ako sa'yo no, tungkol sa challenges. Kasi hindi biro tong mga ginagawa mong event. I mean, holding an event sa isang lugar, di ba, na nakabakod, may venue ka, ano na yun eh, may mga challenge na pinopose yan, di ba? How about for this loop? What are the challenges na na-encounter mo during prep, during ride? Kasi balita ko, umulan daw, may mga off-roading na naganap. Nakikita namin sa SOCMED.
Correct.
So, kwento ka naman.
Correct. So, yun nga, parang nabanggit ko kanina, I'm so mind blown how DOT Region 10 was so interested on the event that they really helped me out a lot. Well, even Mr. John Asuncion sa City of Cagayan de Oro helped me a lot too.
Well, the riders
the event.
Yun ang okay sa DOT, di ba?
Mga riders.
Yes.
Mga rider yun eh. Sobrang
So,
hardcore rider
nila
mga
yung
yun eh. So
impact.
gets nila eh.
Okay.
Even the provincial tourism officers of some of the municipalities are also riders.
Yep.
Grabe.
Kamukha natin
So,
mga yun eh.
naintindihan nila.
Di ba? Kamukha natin yung mga tourism officers, pare.
Okay. David, ito naman yung medyo i-narrow down ko yung tanong ko. Kasi challenges, tinulungan ka pala ng tourism. So, amen to that. Gumaan yung trabaho. But, may binabanggit ka kanina during the live stream na walang sikat, walang vlogger, walang mayaman, walang mahirap, walang senador. Ano ba naganap?
Wala. Um, One of the exciting part that happened is I could say the unification of the loopers, the brotherhood that was built.
Okay.
They came in as loopers. They stepped out as family.
Yeah.
No, so to share the story. Ang nangyari kasi dito is during the takeoff or during the day one itself, nagkaroon kami ng pagbabago sa weather condition.
Okay.
When you say weather condition kasi, all of a sudden, ang Cagayan de Oro, bigla kaming inulan ng sobrang lakas. Hindi namin maintindihan kung saan galing yung ulan. To the point na yung venue namin is nagkaroon, siguro mga half feet deep na water, no?
Baha?
So may mga participants. Yeah, oh.
Wow.
Kasi biglang buhos ng ulan talaga.
Amazing. Okay.
And then challenges din kami sa technicals namin. Yung lead wall namin nabasa. Of course, kailangan magawan kagad ng paraan. And then, ang napansin ko lang, lahat ng tulungan.
Yeah.
Day 2, nung nag-take off na lahat ng mga riders, in just a matter of probably 45 minutes, the weather became so bad because apparently there was a low pressure area. And of course, us being riders, we're prepared to ride roads na even at the worst condition, diba? Of course, hindi naman lahat kasama natin mga loopers during the event. Mga technical riders, may experience sa off-roading, diba?
Yeah.
Some of these guys are basically just passionate enough na makapag-ride over the weekends, diba? Yung mga stroll-stroll nila.
Yeah.
So, ang nangyari was, biglang nagkaroon ng putik ang kalsada. Roads were very slippery. Nagbago bigla yung buong landscape ng rota namin. May mga riders na pumasok ng sagingan dahil doon sila tinuro ng Google Maps. Diba?
Oh my God. Okay.
And then, grabe yung challenges eh. Katulad kanina, sabi ni Iba, we have our own app, the Loop PH app, diba? Yung sa Loop PH app, sadly, after the takeoff, nag-bug down yung buong app. So, ang chances namin was to only inform the riders via text messaging manually to the point na nakita nyo naman siguro yung post ng butihing senador natin na si Senator JB Ejercito wherein nadula siya, tumumba sa bike, diba? And then, but, you know, he was there to fuel up everybody na, okay, nadulas ako, but let's not stop riding. Tuloy pa rin tayo. Diba? Of course, sa Jet Li, tinutulungan ng ibang riders
yung mga
para
photos
itulak yung mga motor ng ibang
Sen. JV,
participants.
Sa ospital, naka-wheelchair, lahat nakangiti siya eh. Lahat ng photos niya, masaya pa rin eh. Di ba, naka-thumbs up pa siya eh.
That's the spirit.
Meron pa nga siyang pinost na reel wherein sinasabi na niya na ride pa rin ako, tuloy pa rin tayo. Yung mga tipong ganun. Tapos pinagbabawalan na siya ni Ma'am Chen na, tama na, bawal na. Pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin. You know, siguro big ups to Senator JB. Grabe respeto pagkatapos ng event na yon dahil kahit na masakit yung tuhod niya on day 2, kahit na mamaga ang tuhod niya, he rode all the way to complete all destinations and make sure that he visits all those tourism sites, no, who welcome our participants. Not only to Senator JB, but to each and every looper. Kasi yung mga may training sa off-roading, naging instant coach sila at tumulong sa mga participants natin who's been riding all throughout, you know, for the past years. Grabe, nagkaroon ng bonding bigla eh. Kaya kung napapansin nyo siguro, sa Loop PH page, ang dami nakashare na videos doon na couple rider na 10 years pala nasa trail riding, biglang naging instant riding coaches, tinatawid yung mga motor. Imagine, di ba, kanina may pinost Mr. Ambush na ang gamit niya bobber, pero na-trail niya.
Nag-river crossing ba yung bobber?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Diba? Kasi ginusto nila. Although we already announced na, you don't need to go there anymore dahil nga sa road condition. Pero ginusto nila eh. Ang nangyari was, nagkaroon ng set of loopers na ang ginawa nila was, they formed a line, they were helping every rider to cross that river crossing per se. It wasn't really a river crossing, tumasa talaga yung baha. Pero nandun yung essence ng pagiging yung unification ng riders, doon namin siya nakita. Kaya, one for the books talaga para sa amin ng North Mindanao Loop.
Hi there, my name is Earl, and I'm the host of Philippine Campfire Stories. After this episode that you're listening to, baka naman gusto mong mag-check ng mga horror stories sa mga folklore and urban legends na nangyayari sa Pilipinas. Mga true horror stories shared in a manner na hindi ka naman matatakot pero ma-entertain ka. Go ahead and check out Philippine Campfire Stories, and we have over 200 episodes just waiting for you. See you there!
Yeah. Okay. David, may habol akong question tungkol sa mga highlight. You mentioned Marawi kasi ako personally, ang dami ko rin nakita sa SOCMED. They went to the actual war zone. 'Di ba? Yung ground zero ng Marawi. Part ba yun ng ruta mo?
Yes, sorry. Actually, hindi. Kasi from Iligan City, it's about 35 to 45 kilometers away. So, some of the participants asked us na, boss, pwede bang pumunta ng Marawi? And automatically, my answer was yes. Because few weeks before North Mindanao Loop, ako, si Jet Li, pumunta kami dun eh. Because it was my first time to enter Marawi City as well. And it was so peaceful. Grabe. To the point na uso dun sa Marawi, may mga snack bar dun, pero ang binibenta nila is Penoy Balot. Tapos, they offer 3 different types of suka. May level 1, level 2, level 3 na yung anghang.
Okay.
And we were just sitting there with the locals, and it was fun. And why would I stop our loopers from going there? Diba? What we wanted to do is we want to share that experience. And through North Mindanao Loop, probably 50% of them still went to Marawi to experience it.
So it was after the loop. So you guys started out during the loop. So from CDO, Bukidnon.
From CDO going to Iligan is about an hour. From Iligan, Marawi, it's about another hour. So siningit talaga na sa itinerary.
So CDO,
meron ding mga participants na after the event pumunta ng Marawi.
Wait, so okay. So CDO, Iligan, Bukidnon.
CDO, no, it's on the other side.
So what did you do?
CDO kasi
yung day 1.
Lagay mo day 1 CDO. Pag inikot mo yun, buong Bukidnon yun.
Yes.
But if you go downwards, you're going now to Iligan, then Marawi.
Oo. So it wasn't was Iligan part of the loop?
Yes, it was part of the loop.
Okay, claro. Was that day 1 or day 2?
That was day 2.
So CDO, Bukidnon, Iligan, and then side trip to Marawi.
Yung mga iba, nag-side trip to Marawi.
Okay. That gets ko na. Kasi Bukidnon, Marawi, medyo magkalayo yun. May distansya
medyo distansya siya.
Okay. Ayun. Those were the challenges. David, I'm sure with this event, sa magnitude ng event na to, sa success nito, I'm sure happy yung mga sponsors natin, just like Castrol, di ba?
Totally. Of course, Castrol has been our partner since 2022. To our surprise, si Castrol sa sobrang saya. Ayun na naman si Castrol. Sila actually yung nag-provide ng big bet raffle natin. They gave us a CLX 300 for the raffle.
Wow.
Tapos, apart from that, nag-offer pa ng free change oil sa lahat ng looper.
Amazing.
Wait, diba? If you fall in a river, you need to have your oil changed.
Kailanganin mo to.
Kailangan talaga yun. And if yung mga ibang riders, 80% aren't from that area. So when they rode there, may free change oil pa from Castrol.
Either before the ride or after the ride. So, ang nangyari during the Sunday, Castrol came in. Of course, they were already there. But they brought in additional manpower. Yung iba talagang sinabihan ni Castrol na to get the optimal the most purest of it, if you guys can just buy your what do you call this, oil filters.
Yep.
So yung iba may baon ng oil filter, bumili ng oil filter, pagbalik sa venue, ang ginawa nila very simple, part agad kay Castrol, change oil. Si Castrol naman, whether big bike or small bike, Kung 4 liters ang kailangan ng big bike mo, 4 liters ang itatap up nila sa'yo.
Tsaka, David, yun naman din yun, no? Changing your oil is not only done
Every 5,000 kilometers, right?
maganda rin na ginagawa yan, tama ba David? Bago yung ride and after a big ride, tulad ng gantong magnitude na ride.
You know, the amount that you have to pay in changing your oil is a lot cheaper compared to changing an engine.
Pag
Diba?
sumabog.
And that's what Castrol brings into the game. Diba? Castrol has always been protecting our engines for the longest time. Even on my personal car, I've been a Castrol user. You know, si Castrol kasi kahit ano pang road condition yan, kahit ano pang engine condition yan, o kahit anong klaseng engine meron ka, if you guys use Castrol, your engine will always be on tip-top shape. So, you know, like going back to what I just said earlier, kahit naka 1,000 kilometers pa lang yung oil mo, you know, using Castrol, ano pa rin yan eh. Yung viscosity niya kasi grabe. Diba? Now, if you want a healthy engine, if afford mo mag-change oil every month, whether you're using your motorcycle or not, use Castrol. Because it will always protect your engine. And I guess that's the reason why I'm a Castrol user. The entire Loop PH team is using Castrol, and the entire Looper community is using Castrol.
I kinda get it now, David. Kaya pala grabe yung distance na mga sineset mo when you plan and when you map this loop.
May peace of mind.
Tiwala ka kasi may Castrol ka.
Not only for
your engine.
him, but all 750 riders.
Yep.
Diba? May peace
Correct.
of mind.
Okay.
Tsaka, anywhere we go, Castrol has always been with us. You know, kahit nasang parte kami ng Pilipinas, Castrol will always be there, not only for us, but also for our loopers. Ganon siya kasimple.
Ayan. Okay. David, sa mga mabibigyan mo na ba kami ng ano, o I'm sure na-announce mo na to at some point, saan naman yung magaganap na ano, na next loop ni Loop PH? Which I'm sure Castrol is also gonna be there.
That is correct. That is right.
May nabalita balita ko na sobrang happy ni Castrol.
Oh.
The Loop PH, whatever initiative ni Loop PH nandun
Approve
si Castrol. Approve na kaagad. Yun ang balita ko, ha?
Okay.
Yes. Call this Castrol not only is our event partner, but Castrol also is our external parang advisors.
Yes.
So anytime we need help on the external side, for example, like second opinions and whatnot, the Castrol team is always there to help us out. Hindi to yung relationship we're in dahil may event dyan lang papasok si Castrol. It doesn't work that way. Castrol has always been there for us. So anytime na may questions kami, anytime we need help, we need assistance, especially on local suppliers, on local businesses, Castrol always takes in the ball game with us. Ganun sila.
David, nabanggit na nga ni Iba no, na kada pala event approved na agad. Baka naman makukwentuhan mo kami sa susunod na loop ni Loop PH. Saan to at kailan?
Of course. It has always been our tradition to close our event showcasing where we will be looping next. So for the closing part of the North Mindanao Loop, we already announced that the next event will be happening in the island of Panay. Panay Island, Panay Island shares a very, very, very huge heritage or his background history. Sa World War II natin, it being a beautiful island, its hidden churches, beaches and all that, that's why we chose to go to Panay. Starting point will be in Iloilo. This is literally the middle of the Philippines already.
Ruta mo lagi
Panay.
to, David. Pag nagla-land trip ka, ruta mo lagi
Backyard
yan,
ni David yan eh. Playground ni David yan eh.
To be honest with you guys, pag bumabiyahe kami like going to Manila, ang Panay sa amin is dinadaanan lang. Diba? So this time, to be honest, bago rin sa mata ko para makita ang ganda ng Panay.
Okay.
Question, David. If we join, can we take off with you from Cebu?
Yes, definitely. Or actually, you don't have to take off from Cebu. Sa Panay na mismo. I'll see you guys in Panay na.
When is this going to happen again?
Possibly the month of September. I
Yan.
still have to personally go to Panay as early as next week after our call this our show ups here in Leyte. By next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, I will be traveling. I will be riding Panay already.
May baka makita pa
I've
natin
already
si
identified
Ivana
some
Alawi
tourist
doon.
destinations.
Grabe, no? Grabe to si David, no? Katatapos lang ng isang malaking loop. Eto na naman siya, planning ulit for another big one.
Yan ang tunay na rider.
David, may idea ka na ba mga ilang kilometro tong tatakboy nung Panay Loop?
So, as always, pinakamataas sa atin is 700 kilometers lang. Anything above that, hindi na siya magiging
Masaya.
It will no longer be a happy experience because at most we just want our loopers to take on 300 kilometers per day,
Okay.
or 350 kilometers per day at most. Kasi if you guys would look at it, para hindi magmadali ang participants, them covering about 350 kilometers per day, it will take them about 10 to 12 hours of riding already.
Big Sugar, pwede mag-request?
Yeah.
The last day or the first day, sana mag-start like near Boracay. Para pwede ako mag-one night doon or I'll end it there. Kasi madali na from Katiklan kasi.
Oo.
Isakay mo na sa barko, Batangas ka na eh.
Yep. Ano na yun? Biyahe naman talaga ng Roro yun, eh, di ba?
Oo. So kung doon ka mag-uumpisa, you can go in a little early, spend some time in Boracay. Or kung
Before
doon
you go
mag-end, you can spend some time in Boracay.
Before you go home,
Diba?
Yep.
Well, it's something I cannot promise because we also have to think about our participant who's coming from the Mindanao side, diba? So we always
Boracay
need
rin sila.
to be in the middle. No, Boracay will be part of it, but it will not be part of the route, of course.
Dagat kasi.
it will be a
That's what I'm saying. Either the
suggested
end or the
destination.
beginning.
Pwede siyang end.
Para side trip.
Pwede siya-
It's, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can extend
Yes.
and spend some time in Boracay. And syempre, request ko rin, dapat yung DBH, yung Don Benedicto, dapat kasama sa rota yon.
Ano ba yun? Ano ba yung Don Benedicto?
Yun ang
Don
parang...
Benedicto is in Negros.
Negros
It's going to
pala
Bacolod.
yun. Bacolod yun. Oo nga,
Yes,
no?
yes.
Ano yun?
Oo nga.
Yung twisties ba yun sa Negros?
Oo, parang
Yeah, Don Salvador Benitez.
Benedicto.
Benedicto.
Sorry, Don Salvador Benedicto. Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. Sobrang ganda doon.
Twisties.
So it's either it ends or begins near that or Boracay. Yun lang yung request ko. Para kung mag-extend ako, pwede ako mag-DBH or pwede ako mag-Boracay.
DSB. We call it DSB.
DSB.
DSB. Well, walang problema yan. It's part of my job to make sure that we find a venue where all loopers can actually convene. And of course, it's also part of my job to make sure that safety and security, not only for our participants, but also for the locals, will be there.
Kung
As
nasa
always,
Bacolod
our
tayo,
event
baka
will be
makita
festive.
natin si Ivana Alawi doon.
Taga ron ba yun?
Chismis daw doon siya eh. Madalas.
Okay. Gets. If you know, you know. Galing kami ni David dyan. Nag-Negros Loop kami eh. Hindi naman namin
Yes.
nakita doon. Okay, David. Before you go, I know that you're very, very busy. Another big day for you tomorrow.
Wait, nasaan ka?
Huh?
Nasaan ka, David?
I'm actually in Ormoc. I'm in Ormoc right now.
Kita mo, traveling. Before you go, David, baka may mga gusto kang pasalamatan tulad ng Castrol. Tsaka mga...
We wouldn't have Castrol as a partner of Tunay na Rider
if not.
if it wasn't for David.
Yeah. David, mga pasasalamatan mo, yung long list. Go ahead.
Well, of course, Tunay Rider is the first thing that I would like to thank because ever since we started this, ever since we met, or Iba,
It's like
and
looking
the
in a
crew,
mirror. A bald
yeah,
mirror.
yeah. The difference is he has hair, I don't. Diba? So, but we share the same passion for riding. We share the same sentiments in the bad things about riding and all that. And we share the same thing. Hopefully, we can change one rider at a time through the efforts of Tunay Rider, through the efforts of Loop PH, and other organizations out there who share the same passion with us.
Yep.
basically, who do I want to thank? Number one would be the participants, the loopers, because they never stop. They never stop believing in us. They never stop riding, touring, and exploring new regions, new islands, new places with us. Since 2021, when we started off, Loop PH Ride Tour Explore. Some people that I want to thank for the success of North Mindanao Loop, apart from the loopers, Mr. John Asuncion from the city of Cagayan de Oro, who helped us get through this. Department of Tourism Region 10, Mr. John Backlig, Senior Tourism Operations Officer, who was literally every day with me, trying to make things better for the riding community, for the Philippine motorcycle tourism community. Grabe, ginawa nila. Mayor Rolando Clarix Uy for allowing us to use Rio de Oro Boulevard. That's not even open to everybody.
Wow.
To my team, Loop PH, the entire team of Loop PH and Q815, without them, this is not possible. Hindi lang po ako mag-isang gumagalaw. Team po kami na gumagalaw. Ako lang po lagi nasa harapan ng mga tao. Ako lang po lagi nasa harapan ng camera. Pero there's always a team behind me because, this is never me, but this will always be an us.
Correct. Shout out Boss Trucks.
Yes, of course. Mr. Transadarna, who placed his trust and confidence in me producing these events under his name. Senator J.B. Ejercito, who powered through, despite the pain. He was on painkillers on day 2, but injury, he never stopped. Grabe, yes. Of course, the ambassadors for Philippine motorcycle tourism, Ms. Jet Li, who always believed in what we can do. Tourism Promotion Board, Philippine Motorcycle Tourism, Sir Cesar, Sir Edmond, maraming salamat po. To all the vloggers who were there, not only to vlog about what's good about the loop, but to really showcase the beauty of the region where we're in, to showcase the camaraderie that was built because of the event. To our other sponsors, Gilly Helmets Philippines, Castrol, of course, Maxis, CSC Tires, Motor Clyde Training Center, who's always been there providing safety training to all participants to make sure that we are on a tip-top shape every time we take off. To Mr. Roscoe Dulio, Wheeltech family, maraming salamat po. To some of the very, very special personalities who work on the background, ensuring that we get connections out. Mayor Juan Pablo Lopez of Madrid, Surigao del Sur, Attorney Board Member Melissa Abadeza, coming from Albay, province of Albay. To Top Fit Adventures, Lobo Motorcycles, kina Sir Nino, maraming salamat po. To my WWR family, Ride Manila family, maraming salamat po.
Cardo.
Of course,
Cardo, syempre.
Cardo, lahat yan. Sabi ko nga, during my closing, they wanted me to think in a different way. Coming from my roots, sabi ko nga sa kanila, and sasabihin ko na rin sa inyo, dakala salamat for always believing in what Loop PH Ride Tour Explore can do. And how it can change the riding community one loop at a time.
Yun. Very, very well said. Big Sugar D. Ayun. And we hope to be a part of the Panay Loop. Mukhang exciting yan.
Panira sa ride yung trabaho
But to be honest, one of my biggest dream is to bring tunay na rider setup in one of the events. Wherein we can do a sit-down live during the event itself, wherein we can just pull one rider and interview one looper. Kahit hindi vlogger yan, kahit normal lang yan na participant, I want you guys to pull them. And that's I think that's one of the things lacking sa events namin.
Let's do that. Let's try and do that. Make that happen for the Panay Loop, man.
Oo nga. Ayun.
Kausapan si Castrol.
Oo.
Ay, sabi nyo approve agad eh. Approve yan.
Pag sinabi ni Big Sugar, approve na yan.
Ayun. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yan na naman po ang isa na namang episode ng Tunay na Rider. Of course, joining us, Big Sugar D all the way from, nasa ka nga ngayon? Ano, David?
Nasa Ormoc.
Ormoc pa.
Pasalubong, David.
Traveling.
Yung pinya.
Ayan.
Yes.
Ride hard, ride safe, ride responsible.
Yan. Castrol, sa world number 1 tayo. Thank you so much. David, ingat ka dyan. Thank you so much. See you on
Salamat
the
po.
next episode of Tunay na Rider. Please follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook. Yes, nasa YouTube po kami. Follow nyo kami doon. And see you on the next episode. Over and out.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.